This is Gerard Welbrock inviting you to join us for Tiger Talk. Catch the video replay of Monday night's radio program at 10:30 and 7 o'clock, Tuesdays and Wednesdays on Eagle Cable Channel 14 and 614. That's Tiger Talk, Mondays on Tiger Radio Mix 103 and Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 10:30 and 7 on Eagle Cable Channel 14 and 614. Hello again, everyone, and welcome in to another installment of Tiger Talk. Gerard Welbrock with you for the next 30 or so minutes as we talk Fort Hays State Tiger football. Fort Hays State off to a 3-0 start. They win 30-7 in St. Charles, Missouri Saturday night, defeating the Lindenwood Lions, their first 3-0 start since 2010. And boy, they have a big one coming up this Saturday night as they take on the Pittsburg State Gorillas at Lewis Field. It'll be tailgate, should be a great atmosphere, and hopefully a big crowd for the Tigers and the Gorillas in a 7 o'clock kick on Saturday. The program brought to you once again by the great folks at the Golden Corral Buffet and Grill just north of the interstate in Hays. Open 7 days a week. The Golden Corral, best buffet in the USA. We'll take a break. We'll chat with head football coach Chris Brown. He'll join us next when we continue right here on Tiger Talk. Welcome back into Tiger Talk, presented by the Golden Corral Buffet and Grill, best buffet in the USA, open 7 days a week just north of the interstate in Hays. And don't forget, when you purchase a regular or adult or senior meal for just $1.99 more, you can get the to-go box and fill it up and take some extras home for maybe later in the day or the next morning. Of course, they've got the breakfast buffet on the weekends, so lots of great eating at the Golden Corral, best buffet in the USA. Appreciate them along this year as our title sponsor for Tiger Talk. And we're joined now by head coach Chris Brown, Fort Hays State, picking up a big road win at Lindenwood on Saturday night. 30-7 the final. Nice win. Wasn't always the prettiest win, but someone wise once told me never apologize for a win, especially if it's on the road. And I guess bottom line, you got the victory, a nice one Saturday night.
It was a good win for our guys. We had a few too many penalties, but I thought defensively, we played very well. Kept the ball in front of us, didn't give up the big play. Offensively, we scored some points early, and I really think that helped us get that victory this week. But very proud of our guys. Going on the road is a long trip, a long day. Sitting around the hotel room, but I feel like they came out focused, ready to play, and very, very pleased with them and the way they're doing. And we're getting better each week, and that's all you can ask for.
Got off to a quicker start. 3 and out the first possession, but you score on your second drive and your first quarter touchdown of the year. That was nice to see.
It was good to see. I wish we could have started a little bit faster. And a lot of that probably had to do with Cody Pandolfo going down the sideline and kind of get your guys' heads a little bit. And you got one more play to get a first down, but we came back that very next series. It took a sack that we probably shouldn't have took, but then we find Andrew Floor in the corner for a touchdown and a huge play by him, great catch by him. He's just a very smooth runner, and when he put his hands out, he caught it, and he got into the end zone, and that's a good start for us, and we need to continue to start like that.
Travion Albert, 144 yards rushing, a career high for him. He threw for over 100 and a touchdown. Looked like he played a little bit better on Saturday night.
He did. He did a little bit better. His run game opened up a little bit. I think it's because they focus so much on Shaq, and when they focus on another guy, when you got a quarterback that can run like Travion, it makes things work for you. And he threw the ball a little bit better. He should have had a couple more touchdowns. He overthrew Flory twice, which, if he hits those, who knows what happens with this ball game. But, he's playing better each week. He's getting better each week. And, this is about the time last year we started to click and things started really working for him and understanding what we're doing offensively. So hopefully this is another week where he gets better and gets off to a strong start.
You mentioned the defense. Boy, they were good all night. Lindenwood had one possession in your territory the entire first half, and they only got inside the red zone once all night.
And that's great by our defense. You know, we flew around to the ball. We kept everything in front. D-line did a great job of getting pressure on the quarterback, keeping him uneasy. And, you know, that was our goal. You know, you could tell in the pocket that he wasn't comfortable being in there. And, you know, we got some good hits on him as well. He made some bad passes, and we picked off a few passes as well. But, you know, proud of our defense and the way they've been playing. And, you know, hats off to those kids of, you know, how they've been playing the game, how they picked up our defense. And, you know, we've got a lot of young kids playing. They've really stepped up and done a great job for us.
You mentioned big plays. They had none over 25 yards, and that's always a good indication, especially this team, because they like to spread it out, and they've had some big plays this year. But I think 24 yards was their longest play of the night. That's pretty remarkable considering the firepower they have.
It is, you know, and our guys did a good job just, you know, staying back and keeping things in front, getting our hands on receivers. And, you know, we did those things. We stopped the run game pretty well, and, you know, it just goes to our kids' pursuit. You know, when they threw a short pass, our guys got to the ball pretty quick and, you know, played physical throughout the whole game. And if you do those things, those receivers, you know, tend to not catch the ball and want to run as much. And, you know, it's just a great job by our defense.
And you mentioned the pressure. Again, a lot of three-man fronts, saw a lot of 3-3 stack out there, and really have kind of taken to this defense a little different than what you guys have done in the past, but it's working.
It is working for us, you know, right now, and we got to continue to do that. You know, hopefully, you know, we can continue to stop the run with the three-man front, and, you know, just gives those guys a little bit more rest up front, so when there's a pass situation, they can pin their ears back and get going. But, you know, our linebackers are pretty good. You know, you got Schmidberger, Long, Delgado. You know, those three guys right there are very, very special players for us. They're very smart. They're very physical. They all run very, very well, and, you know, that really helps out our defense. And hopefully we can continue to use that package. We like to use the four-man front a little bit more, but, you know, that's as the year comes. You know, we got a lot of new guys up front still trying to figure out what we're doing defensively, but as the year goes on, those guys are going to get better.
Tigers get the win 30-7. We'll talk about it in more detail when we return. Tiger Talk presented by the Golden Corral, just north of the interstate in Hayes, best buffet in the USA. More on the program right after this here on Tiger Talk.
They're growing up and getting busier. Between school, sports, dance, sleepovers, you want to make sure they can always reach you when they need to. Nextech Wireless has the perfect cell phone starter plan. For only $40 per month, it includes unlimited data, calling, and texting. There are no contracts or overages, so they can call, text, YouTube, and stream all they want. Plus, smartphones start at just $150. Certain restrictions apply. Get the $40 WOW Unlimited plan at Nextech Wireless.
Welcome back to Tiger Talk, presented by the Golden Corral Buffet and Grill, best buffet in the USA. And, of course, kids eat free on Tuesdays from 4 until close. Kids 11 and under eat free with a drink, again, every Tuesday at the Golden Corral. Talking Fort Hays State football with head coach Chris Brown. Tigers 3-0 after a 30-7 win at Lindenwood Saturday night. We touched on it last segment. 3-and-out first possession. She got a 58-yard punt, and that kind of helped flip the field, get some good field position. The defense forces a 3-and-out. You have a good punt return, giving you guys good field position for that second series, and then you touched on it, the big 38-yard pass to Flory. But after the slow start, a lot of things kind of went your way and gave you some early momentum.
They did, you know, had some great punts by Stangler. He did a good job of, you know, pinning them deep, and, you know, defensively did a good job of going 3-and-out or, you know, maybe 5-and-out, you know, just getting the ball back to our offense. Had some good turnovers as well, and, you know, our offense capitalized, you know, on some situations where we gave them a short field. And when you do those things, you're going to be successful. And I thought we did a good job of taking advantage of opportunities that were given to us.
That touchdown catch, you kind of alluded to it. That was a thing of beauty. It was a dart from Travion. I thought Bakari Triggs was defending Flory pretty well. They were stride for stride, and as you said, he reaches out, he catches it in stride at about just inside the 5 and walks it into the end zone. That was as fine of a play you're going to see all year.
It was, you know, the corner was all over him, and he was right there stride for stride with him. But, you know, Travion put it in the exact spot where he needed to be put, and, you know, Flory's just so smooth. You know, he doesn't reach his hands until the last second to catch the ball, and, you know, as a defender, you know, that's tough for you. You got those guys that run and put their hands out early. It's pretty easy to rip the ball out and knock it down, but Flory's just smooth. He's a very athletic kid, runs great routes, and he knows how to get himself open.
The very next possession, You block a punt. I think Corey Ellis was given credit for it after initially was given credit to Zach Gahn, but he blocks it, and it's picked up by Evan Jennings to give you good field position. You guys have had a knack this year. You blocked a couple against Northeastern State. You got to one on an extra point against Central Oklahoma. You're doing anything different on the special teams, but for whatever reason, you guys have been able to get some good pressure up there and get your hands on some of those kicks.
You know, we talk to our kids all the time that, you know, you can win a lot of games just by special teams. You know, if you block a kick, whether it's a PAT, a field goal, or a punt, you know, you got a great opportunity, you know, to keep points off the board or to put points on the board, you know, for your own team. And you know, our guys are really honing into what we're doing. Coach Daly has done a great job with our special teams and really honing in on what they're doing against us. And, you know, our guys are doing a great job of listening to him and executing the call and doing the things that we ask him to do. And, you know, Corey Ellis is a perfect example of that. He did exactly what we asked him to do, came through, got the block, and, I mean, that's a huge play for us right there.
Well, it set up your second touchdown to help you grab a 2-score advantage, and a key play, a 12-yard run on 4th and 1 by Trevion. He had a couple of big 4th down runs, but that was a big one early, got it down to the 1-yard line to set up the score from Derek Kendall Campbell.
Yeah, that was nuts. I thought we already had the first down. You know, just after the run before that, I thought it was like 3rd and 2, and I thought for sure we got the first down. And then I look at it, it's 4th and 1. We got a totally different play called, so we have to call a timeout. And we come back out, and I was like, all right, well, let's go for it. Let's get it. We got to get some more points on the board. And, you know, they do a great job getting that first down, getting vertical downhill, and, heck, he almost scored on it.
Yeah, then the next possession, Raheem Dumas, the first of your 3 interceptions. Unfortunately, you gave it back. Trevion threw a pick in the end zone, but the secondary for facing a team that likes to spread it out with a lot of receivers did a good job defending all night with the first of the 3 turnovers.
It is, and that's huge for us. And, you know, Raheem, you know, got the interception, which, you know, we need to go score on it, but, you know, Albert throwing the interception, I mean, that's just a great play by Connor Harris, a very athletic kid. You know, we ran a little sprint out boot, and, you know, he found the guy that was dragging, and, you know, that's what we wanted to hit. And he did a great job of getting to it, but still it's to change of field position, you know, give them a long field to try to go score, and our defense held them again.
Yeah, you kind of exchanged possessions for the rest of the half, but you got the ball back just a little under 3 minutes to go. And went to work. Another big run, a 26-yarder by Trevion. Got you down to the 16, and then Shaquille Cooper took it in for the touchdown. That was big, a little bit more breathing room going into the halftime locker room.
It is, and with a team like Lindenwood, I mean, they can score so quick. You know, they're past team. You know, you don't want to get beat deep, but you just never know what your guys are thinking sometimes. Sometimes they get a little bit lazy, not staying back. But, you know, we did a good job of it. But that score right there before half, you know, let's us relax a little bit, you know, get our kids focused in on, you know, making them more one-dimensional, you know, on offense, and hopefully, you know, we're more likely going to run or pass the ball like they usually do. And, you know, our kids did a great job coming out after the half and ready, focused, locked in, and ready to go again.
20-0. The Tigers had the halftime lead. Of course, they go on to win it by a final of 30-7. Tiger Talk presented by the Golden Corral Buffet and Grill, best buffet in the USA. We'll take another break. We'll talk about the second half with Coach Brown when we return right here on Tiger Talk.
BOS Motorsports in Hayes introduces the top off-road vehicle lineup with Polaris. The world leader in off-road innovation presents the RZR, Ranger, Sportsman, and Ace off-road vehicles right here in the heartland of BOS Motorsports in Hayes. Whether you're looking for something for the trail, the farm, the oil patch, the hunt, BOS has the ride just for you. Stop in today and ride away with yours. At BOS, customer service is #1. Our in-house parts and service department will take care of you before, during, and after the sale. BOS Motorsports just north of I-70 at exit 159 in Hayes.
Welcome back to Tiger Talk, presented once again by the Golden Corral Buffet and Grill, just north of the interstate in Hayes. Open 7 days a week, and they can cater your next big event, whether it's something at the office, maybe a big family gathering that you have. Give them a call, an anniversary or a wedding. Call Matt 625-4141 for catering at the Golden Corral Buffet and Grill, best buffet in the USA. Back with head coach Chris Brown, talking about the second half of Fort Hays State's 30-7 win at Lindenwood on Saturday night. And it's kind of an interesting start. You had the ball, you went 3 and out. They move it all the way down to the 21, but you get a big stop on 4th down. You could kind of sense a little momentum on their sideline, but that was a big play to get the ball back and stop them.
It was 3 and out. You saw them driving down the field, and it's at a point in time in that game. You're like, okay, if they score here, you know, they're going to have some excitement, have some momentum, and you know, they're going to be confident. You hats off to our defense again, getting that fourth down stop. And, I think we got, 4 or 5 fourth down stops in that game, which are really huge for us, not giving them the opportunity to score or kick a field goal. But that stop there is huge because if they score there, who knows what happens in this game.
And then you came down, and even though it technically isn't a turnover, it kind of acted like one. You come down, you get a Drew O'Brien field goal. I know you like to get the touchdowns, but still, to get points out of that, to go up 23-0 was big.
Yeah, getting points when you can get them is huge. There's a couple more times in that game where I looked at probably, getting them out there on the field, but, we needed touchdowns, early in the game. So, at that point in the game, any point would help out. It made a 3-point game or 3-score game and maybe a 2-point conversion to get them to take the lead. So those points are huge for us.
He missed an extra point, but boy, Drew's been solid. He's had a good senior year.
He really has. He's done a good job for us. He's really locked in and focused. His legs gotten stronger, year to year. But, I think right now this has been his most productive year for us. Has done a great job and hopefully continues to do the things that we ask him to do. And, I'm just very proud of that kid and the things that he's doing for us.
23-0, they get the ball back, and again, it's a fourth down stop. This time it was Alex Schmidberger who didn't get an interception this time, but he knocked down a key play, and it was one-on-one coverage across the middle. If he doesn't make that play, they get a first down, and who knows what else, but he was right there on the spot.
He was right where he needed to be. We still want the receiver to go over the top of him. He still got beat underneath, but he's able to, he's athletic enough and fast enough that he's able to come back underneath it and knock the ball down. That's a huge stop for us, getting the ball back to our offense. And, now we're looking to run some time off the clock and slow things down a little bit because we have the lead. And as long as we keep the ball out of their hands, we're going to be okay.
Yeah, didn't score, but you were able to succeed. And then late in the first half, another one of your outstanding linebackers, they were all key. Brock Long led you in tackles. Alex had an interception late, and he had that key fourth down stop. And it was the newcomer, the young freshman, Jose Delgado. An incredible interception, first off. That alone was a remarkable play. Then to have the presence to gather it in, and then he had a few blocks and bring it up the home sideline and take it in for the, I think they called it a 43-yard touchdown. That was a pretty big moment for a guy's young career.
That was a huge play for us, and for him. That kid has gotten better each week. He's done some great things for us, and just that play itself was a tremendous play. How we caught that ball, I still don't know. Then he broke a tackle, then he broke another tackle, then the guys let him up, towards the end zone. But, big momentum shift for us. We always talk about scoring on defense, and we finally did that defensively. And, hats off to him and that play.
Yep. Put you up 30-0. They did come back in their next possession, early fourth quarter, and get a touchdown, which was remarkable. That was their first trip in the red zone, early fourth quarter. If you can do that every Saturday, you're going to have a good opportunity to win.
We are, and we need to continue to play very well defensively, not give up the big play, keep everything in front, make them earn everything that they're getting, and we're hoping that they make a mistake, offensively, and then we can capitalize on it. But even on that play, if we get in the right pass drop and get our right pass coverage, we had a great call to it. We just scooted past that guy coming inside a little bit, and if we're sitting where we're supposed to be sitting, we probably got another interception.
Tigers give up the points, but then they come back, and Alex Schmidberger gets one. I know you're disappointed in the penalty. Didn't really have a lot to do with the play, which took another pick six. Could have had 2 in the game. And it was a good return by Alex, but nonetheless, another interception. I think that's the 5th or make that the 6th in his career. He's got an act for that ball when it's in pass coverage.
He does. He just sat back and read the quarterback's eyes. He's kind of in a spy situation there and saw what the quarterback was doing and read his eyes and then had a little flow to that ball and picked it off and got in the end zone. I'll give him the touchdown. And after watching it on film, I thought the guy really had a hard, solid block on the guy, but it was just a little nudge, and they called it, but no anymore. They call it defenseless player. If the guy's not involved in the play, you can't touch him. So, great play by Alex, and it stinks that play got called back for him because he deserves it.
11 penalties. It was the second most since you've been the coach at Fort Hays State. You had 13 your very first game, in fact, back in 2011 against Emporia State. Very uncharacteristic, and I know they were yapping a lot, Lindenwood, and it's kind of one of those, and I think you said it after the game, you're better than that. You can't get lured into that because it's kind of what they were hoping for, it seemed like, to try to give them a tactic to get back in the game.
And they did. They were jawing a lot and twisting our running backs and quarterbacks' ankles, when at the bottom of the pile. And, our kids just got to understand, don't fall into the trap. Stay calm, stay cool, stay collected, and don't lose your mind, because that's exactly what they want you to do. And we fell into it. I'm not very happy with our performance, with all the penalties, but we'll get that cleaned up this week, and hopefully our kids will learn from that and understand. You take away some of those penalties, it might be a totally different ball game as well.
Tigers get the win, though. Bottom line, 30-7 over Lindenwood. They're 3-0, and boy, a big one coming up Saturday night. Should be just a fun atmosphere. Pittsburg State comes to town. The Gorillas coming off a loss at home Saturday to Washburn. We'll talk about them when we return for our final segment right here on Tiger Talk.
Have you ever wondered about CrossFit or wanting to try a new workout routine?
Connecting with CrossFit is a home-based exercise program designed to introduce you to the basic movements.
The workouts incorporate functional movements to improve your everyday life.
We will guide you through a warm-up, a workout, and a cool-down in each episode.
Join us on Eagle Cable, Channel 14 and 614 to increase your baseline of fitness and to connect with CrossFit.
Welcome back. It's our final segment here on Tiger Talk, presented by the Golden Corral Buffet and Grill, best buffet in the USA, and you can enjoy breakfast anytime beginning at 11. Omelets, pancakes, even biscuits and gravy for lunch or dinner at the Golden Corral, best buffet in the USA. And again, right now, don't forget, when you have an adult or senior meal, get your $1.99 to-go box at the Golden Corral. Fort Hays State, Pittsburg State, Saturday night. Obviously, a year ago, you beat them 7-6. One of the biggest wins in Fort Hays State recent history, certainly. It'd been a long time since the Tigers had beaten the Gorillas. Now you get the rematch, and I guess, I don't know if it's good or bad, they're coming off a loss. Washburn clipped them at home Saturday night. So you're going to get a very focused and very determined Pittsburg State squad that probably is looking for a little revenge from a year ago.
Yeah, they are, and they're a team right now that's looking to get to the playoffs, and another loss might put them out of the playoffs as well. So we got to be focused in and locked in on what we're doing. We know they're going to be ready to play. Coming to Hays after we beating them last year at home. They're just coming off a loss right now, so they're going to be locked in, ready to go, and ready to come here and win a football game. So we got to do the same thing this week. We got to understand exactly what we're doing offensively and defensively, and execute at a high level, and not kill ourselves with penalties, and not have any turnovers offensively, but create some turnovers defensively. But it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a great battle. They got a great football team, great quarterback, and great O-line, and great running backs. I mean, they're very skilled all over the field, and it's going to be a fun football game. It's going to be a game that we need to win. We have not played very well at home, but we need to show that we're a good football team at home as well as on the road. So we'll see what happens.
As I recollect to last year, one thing that stood out was your front four on defense. You had pressure all day. They seemed to really disrupt things and kind of set the tempo. Is that one of the main keys again for Saturday night, you think?
It is. We got dominate the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and I think that's going to be a big key of it. We got to play more physical than they are, and we got a pursuit of the ball on defense, and then offensively, we got to give Shaquille Cooper, our running backs, and our quarterbacks, room to run, and we got to get our pass game going as well to loosen them up. But I think it all starts up front. If we can dominate the line of scrimmage and make things happen up front, I think we'll be okay.
The way that game went down last year, some may have called it a fluke. Is there any talk among your team that, you've got something to prove to that, hey, that wasn't a fluke, we were the better team and we want to show it again?
It is. I think it's just, our kids are trying to get respect in this conference, and the only way you do that is by beating Pittsburg State and a Northwest and a Mo West and a Central Missouri and, and a Washburn and those schools. And, we'll continue trying to do that. We're still continue to build a program here and establish some dominance in this conference and get to the top tier in this conference. But it's going to take work and it takes time. But, we just need to take pride in what we're doing, understand what we're doing, and, have a sense of urgency on the football field and just go play football the way that we can play football. And, we really haven't played great these first 3 weeks, but hopefully this is the week that we really put everything together.
Well, it's a good start. If you don't play your best and can still get 3 wins, nothing wrong with that. And the first of a really key 5-game stretch. You look at who's on the schedule, starting with Pitt, all premier teams, always finishing most years in the upper half. So this will start a key stretch that will obviously dictate how this season goes.
It is. Right now is the time. You got Pitt, Washburn, and it's I think Northwest, Mo West, Emporia, all those schools that are on top of this league. And it's a good stretch for us. So to kind of see where we're at in this conference and what else we need to work on, and do we have the right guys or not? But I feel like we have the right kids here right now that believe in themselves. They have a lot of pride. They're confident in their abilities, and they're confident in what we're doing offensively and defensively, and they trust in one another, and they're a family. And they're only going to work. They're going to come to work each day and try to win another ball game. And right now it's just win the next one.
Should be a lot of fun. Saturday night, 7 o'clock kick, tailgate at Lewis Field, Fort Hays State and Pittsburgh State. Coach, as always, we appreciate the time. Have a great week of practice. We'll see you on Saturday.
Thanks, Gerard.
That is head coach Chris Brown of the Fort Hays State Tigers as they host Pittsburgh State this Saturday night. Again, hope you can make it out to Lewis Field for what should be a fun football game. Hey, if you missed any part of Tiger Talk tonight, you can always catch the audio archived at HaysPost.com. Also catch the video replay on Eagle Cable's channel 14 and 614, 10:30 on Tuesdays and Wednesdays in the morning, and then again at 7 o'clock Tuesday and Wednesday night. That's going to wrap it up. Certainly hope you enjoyed it. The program, as always, brought to you by the Hayes Med Orthopedic Institute, the Taco Shop, G&L Tire and Automotive, Golden Belt Bank of Hayes and Ellis, Adams Brown, Barron and Ball, Couture for Men and Women, BTI, and Eagle Communications, and of course a big thanks to the Golden Corral Buffet and Grill, best buffet in the USA. For Coach Chris Brown, this is Gerard Walbrock. So long, everyone. This is Gerard Walbrock inviting you to join us for Tiger Talk. Catch the video replay of Monday night's radio program at 10:30 and 7 o'clock, Tuesdays and Wednesdays on Eagle Cable Channel 14 and 614. That's Tiger Talk, Mondays on Tiger Radio Mix 103, and Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 10:30 and 7 on Eagle Cable Channel 14 and 614.